Hi y'all. Today I want to talk to y'all about the sin that took place in the garden. There's a lot of misunderstanding about that incident, and it's real easy to see why. You have to take the words and take them back to the Hebrew to get the full meaning, to understand. So, we have this tree, these two trees in the middle of the garden. The tree of life, which is Christ, but it wasn't yet time for Christ. Then we have the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which of course is Satan. And we also have the serpent. The serpent is just one of Satan's many names. He's got many titles and names throughout the Bible. He plays a lot of roles. So you have to be up on that. Tree in the Hebrew, it is, sorry folks, I'm outside because it's noisy in the house. The tree is from the Hebrew word number 6086 in the Strongs Concordance, and it means a tree from its firmness, which is from number 6095, atsah, a primitive root properly to fasten or make firm, to close the eyes, figuratively, the spine giving firmness to the body is the trunk, and the arms and legs are the limbs. Now God uses the word tree symbolically to mean people both good and bad, and this is just one of the times that God uses this symbology of tree. God himself says that he is a fir tree. So we have the tree there. Now, God told Adam and Eve that ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And it goes on to say in chapter 3:3, it says, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, thou hast said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Now, this word touch is naga, number 5060 in a concordance. It's a euphemism. It means to lie with a woman. You know what I mean, in a sexual way. So that sort of gives you an idea of what happened. Satan, he was made the full pattern. He was beautiful, charming, he was wise. He had it all. God didn't spare nothing making him. And that's one of the reasons why so many people are going to be fooled into thinking that he's Christ coming up in these end times. But he seduced Eve, and it was, well, you know what I'm saying. He seduced her. And then, in Genesis chapter 4, it tells us that Adam knew his wife, and that she bare a son. And she actually had twins. She came from Satan, and she had Abel from Adam. idea of why they chose the road they went on. Abel was good, Cain was evil. And you know, when Christ was here before, he told us to not maybe learn, but he told us to learn the parable of the fig tree. That parable goes all the way back to this fig grove in the Garden of Eden. And if you don't understand that, you can get pretty lost in understanding everything else in the Word. That's the key of David. It's actually the birthright of Christ and Satan. There's two. There's Christ and the wannabe Christ. So very important to know. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 2 and 3, I'm going to read it to you right quick. I think I marked it in my Bible beforehand. It says, "For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. But I fear, lest by any means as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ." Now, that word beguile is number 1818 in the Greek Concordance, and it's wholly seduced. Okay. He seduced her mind, her body. He had her going. And Adam partook of that sin also. I'm not going to go into that with you, but you can, you can think about it for yourself. It's so important to know that sin, what happened there, because through that sin we have Cain. And I told you a little bit about the earth age before this one. Now, Satan, that was Satan's first attempt to mess up God's plan in this age. And he continues to try and mess up God's plan. The Bible is like a history book. It's Christ's history book. It's the people that Christ came in touch with, and also the people from his bloodline back, from the beginning. This is about Christ. I know a lot of people think this is about all of us, but not necessarily. This is Christ's history, not necessarily ours. The Bible's written to certain people. When you're reading a part of the Bible, you gotta know who it's talking to. You gotta know your place in the Bible. Who you are. Very important. There's a lot more I can say on this. I might make another video. But another important thing that I should have talked about before this was mankind. Adam was not the first man on earth in this second age. He was not. He was a special man, but not the first man. And I'll get into that. So until then, I hope y'all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you